The chamber was an echo of eons past, a subterranean monument to a civilization that had once flourished beneath the ochre sands of Krill. It was a place of secrets, of hushed whispers that resonated through the ages, and today it would yield its most profound revelation yet. Zalen, lead archaeologist of the expedition, traced his three-fingered hand over the intricate etchings that adorned the chamber walls. His scales shimmered in the luminescent glow of the Krill biolights, a stark contrast to the dull sheen of the ancient carvings. Each symbol was a puzzle piece, a fragment of a language long forgotten, and Zalen, with his insatiable curiosity, was determined to assemble them into a coherent whole. His team, a diverse group of Krill scholars and technicians, worked tirelessly around him, their low hums of concentration filling the chamber. They carefully extracted artifacts from their resting places, each item a testament to the advanced technology of their ancestors. There were sleek instruments of unknown purpose, intricate machines that seemed to defy the laws of physics, and most intriguing of all, a crystalline structure that pulsed with a faint, rhythmic energy. Zalen approached the crystal with a mixture of awe and trepidation. It was unlike anything he had ever encountered, a symphony of light and energy that beckoned him closer. As he reached out to touch it, a wave of information surged into his mind, a torrent of images, sounds, and sensations that left him reeling. When he finally regained his composure, Zalen was a changed being. The information he had received was nothing short of a revelation, a truth that would shatter the very foundation of Krill society. The Krill, the proud and ancient civilization that had always believed themselves to be the pinnacle of evolution, were not the product of natural selection. They were engineered, meticulously crafted by a species far more advanced than they could ever imagine. This was the secret that the chamber had guarded for millennia, a truth so profound that it threatened to unravel the fabric of Krill society. But for Zalen, it was not a cause for despair. It was an invitation, a challenge to uncover the identity of their creators and understand the true purpose of their existence. The revelation ignited a fire within the Krill collective consciousness, a burning need to understand their origins. The Council of Elders, initially resistant to the implications of Zalen's discovery, eventually succumbed to the overwhelming evidence and the fervent pleas of their people. A grand expedition was commissioned, a fleet of starships tasked with traversing the cosmos in search of answers. Zalen, now hailed as a visionary, was appointed as the expedition's leader. He assembled a crew of the Krill's brightest minds, geneticists, historians, linguists, and engineers, all united by a common purpose. They set off with a sense of both trepidation and excitement, leaving behind the familiar comfort of their homeworld to venture into the vast unknown. Their journey took them to countless star systems, each with its own unique civilizations and cultures. They encountered species of unimaginable diversity, from the insectoid Zarans with their hive minds to the ethereal luminescents who communicated through telepathic song. But none of these encounters brought them any closer to their goal. As the years turned into decades, a sense of disillusionment began to creep into the Krill expedition. The civilizations they encountered were all too similar, obsessed with preserving their own genetic purity and cultural traditions. They had stagnated, trapped in a cycle of repetition and conformity. The Krill, with their newfound knowledge of their engineered origins, began to question the wisdom of their own ancestors. Had they, too, fallen into the same trap? Had they sacrificed their potential for growth and evolution in pursuit of a false ideal of perfection? These questions gnawed at Zalen's mind as he gazed out at the endless expanse of stars. He had dedicated his life to uncovering the truth of his people's origins, but now that truth seemed to be leading him down a path of despair. Was there no civilization in the cosmos that had embraced change, that had dared to defy the constraints of their genetic heritage? Then, one day, a faint signal reached the Krill flagship, a beacon of chaotic energy emanating from a small, blue planet in a distant star system. It was a signal unlike any they had ever encountered, a symphony of discordant frequencies that spoke of a civilization unlike any other. Zalen felt a flicker of hope ignite within him. Could this be the answer they had been searching for? Could this chaotic planet hold the key to unlocking the secrets of their past and the destiny of their future? The Krill flagship, a sleek vessel of shimmering scales and advanced technology, slipped into the Sol system with the stealth of a predator stalking its prey. From their vantage point in high orbit, the vibrant blue planet, teeming with life and energy, was a spectacle that both fascinated and repelled the Krill observers. Telescopes and sensors, far more powerful than any human instrument, peeled back the layers of Earth's atmosphere, revealing a chaotic tableau. Continents drifted across oceans, weather patterns swirled in an unpredictable dance, and sprawling cities flickered with the energy of billions of inhabitants. "Such chaos," Zaylan murmured, his scales rippling with a mixture of fascination and disgust. "It's a miracle anything can survive in such an environment." "Yet it does," replied Nira, the expedition's lead geneticist. Her compound eyes, normally serene, now gleamed with a predatory intensity. "The energy readings from this planet are off the charts. It's a crucible of life, a breeding ground for endless variations." The Krill had always prided themselves on their ordered society, their carefully curated gene pool, and their adherence to tradition. The chaos of Earth, with its rampant mutation and unpredictable evolution, was an affront to their sensibilities. Yet, there was something undeniably compelling about it. The energy that radiated from Earth was like a siren song, drawing them closer, promising answers to questions they had barely dared to ask. The Krill High Command, ever cautious, decided on a course of covert observation. They dispatched a small team of specialists to the planet's surface, disguised as humans using advanced holographic technology. Their mission was to infiltrate human society, gather information, and assess the potential threat posed by this chaotic world. The team, led by Zaylan and Nira, landed in a bustling metropolis, their disguises seamlessly blending them into the throng of humans. The sheer diversity of the human population was overwhelming, a kaleidoscope of skin tones, facial features, and body types. The Krill, accustomed to the uniformity of their own species, found themselves struggling to keep up with the rapid pace of human life. They observed humans in their homes, their workplaces, and their places of worship. They listened to their conversations, studied their customs, and analyzed their genetic makeup. The more they learned, the more perplexed they became. Humans were a paradox, a species plagued by conflict and self-destruction, yet also capable of breathtaking acts of kindness and creativity. Their history was a tapestry of war and peace, of scientific breakthroughs and environmental catastrophes. Their genetic makeup was a hodgepodge of diverse traits, a far cry from the carefully curated gene pool of the Krill. Yet, despite their flaws, humans possessed a spark of something the Krill had never encountered before. It was a resilience, an adaptability, a relentless drive to push boundaries and overcome challenges. "They are like a wildfire," Nira observed one evening, as she watched a group of children playing in a park. "Uncontrolled, destructive, yet also capable of renewing the land and giving birth to new life." Zaylan nodded, a thoughtful expression on his face. "Perhaps," he said, "it is in their chaos that we will find the answers we seek." As the Krill delved deeper into human history, they uncovered a tapestry woven with threads of both brilliance and brutality. They witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the horrors of war, and the tireless pursuit of knowledge. But amidst the chaos, they also found a pattern of resilience and a remarkable capacity for adaptation. Humans had faced countless challenges throughout their history, from natural disasters to pandemics to self-inflicted wounds. Yet, time and again, they had risen from the ashes, stronger and more determined. They had learned from their mistakes, adapted to changing environments, and constantly pushed the boundaries of what was possible. Nira, in her clandestine laboratory hidden beneath a bustling cityscape, analyzed countless samples of human DNA. She marveled at the sheer diversity of the genetic code, the endless variations that had emerged from a single ancestral line. It was a stark contrast to the carefully curated gene pool of the Krill, which had remained largely unchanged for millennia. Their genetic diversity is their strength, Nira realized. It allows them to adapt to a wide range of environments, to overcome challenges that would wipe out a less diverse species. It is the key to their resilience. Zalen, meanwhile, immersed himself in human culture, studying their literature, art, and music. He was struck by the raw emotion that permeated their creative expressions, the unfiltered joy, sorrow, and anger that poured out of their souls. It was a far cry from the carefully controlled and sanitized art of the Krill, which prioritized order and harmony above all else. Their emotions are their fuel, Zalen mused. They drive them to create, to explore, to fight for what they believe in. They are the source of their indomitable spirit. As the Krill continued their observations, they began to see humanity in a new light. They were no longer just a chaotic and destructive species, but a force of nature, a living testament to the power of evolution and adaptation. The final piece of the puzzle fell into place when Nira discovered a hidden message encoded within the human genome, a message that confirmed their suspicions. Humans were the descendants of the ancient architects who had created the Krill. They were the inheritors of a legacy that had been lost to the Krill for millennia. The revelation sent shockwaves through the Krill expedition. It challenged their long-held beliefs about their origins and their place in the universe. It forced them to confront the uncomfortable truth that they had strayed from the path set by their creators, that they had sacrificed their potential for growth and evolution in pursuit of a false ideal of perfection. But it also offered a glimmer of hope, a chance to reconnect with their forgotten past and rediscover their true purpose. The Krill High Command convened in a chamber of luminescent crystals, their scales shimmering with a mixture of anxiety and anticipation. The air crackled with unspoken tension as they grappled with the implications of their discovery. "We are not what we thought we were," High Elder Kale rasped, his voice a low hiss that echoed through the chamber. "Our entire history, our identity, has been built on a lie." The other elders murmured in agreement, their faces etched with concern. For millennia, the Krill had prided themselves on their genetic purity, their carefully curated gene pool, and their adherence to tradition. The revelation that they were not the product of natural selection, but rather the creations of another species, shattered their sense of self. "We are not the pinnacle of evolution," Elder Nira added, her voice tinged with bitterness. "We are a mere imitation, a pale reflection of our creators." The chamber fell silent, the only sound the soft hum of the bioluminescent crystals. The elders exchanged uneasy glances, each lost in their own thoughts. "We cannot deny the truth," Zalen interjected, his voice firm and resolute. "The evidence is irrefutable. We are the descendants of the humans, the inheritors of their legacy." His words hung in the air, heavy with significance. The humans, the chaotic and unpredictable species they had initially viewed with disdain, were their creators, their ancestors. It was a bitter pill to swallow, but Zalen knew it was the truth. "But what does this mean for us?" Elder Kale asked, his voice laced with uncertainty. "Are we to abandon our traditions, our values, everything that has defined us as a civilization?" "Not necessarily," Zalen replied, "but we must re-evaluate our path. We have stagnated, obsessed with preserving our genetic purity and cultural traditions. Perhaps it is time for us to embrace change, to learn from the humans and their ability to adapt and evolve." His words sparked a heated debate among the elders. Some argued for a return to their traditional ways, fearing that embracing human values would lead to chaos and instability. Others saw it as an opportunity for growth and renewal, a chance to break free from the shackles of their past and forge a new destiny. The debate raged for hours, but in the end, Zalen's vision prevailed. The Krill High Command, recognizing the need for change, decided to initiate formal contact with the humans. It was a decision that would change the course of both civilizations forever. The Krill's arrival was not a grand spectacle, no colossal ships descending from the heavens. Instead, a sleek, unassuming vessel touched down on a remote island in the Pacific, far from prying human eyes. A delegation of Krill, led by Zalen and Nira, emerged, their holographic disguises meticulously crafted to mimic human appearance. They had chosen their emissary carefully. A young historian named Alara, fluent in human languages and customs, was tasked with bridging the gap between the two species. Ilara, with her inquisitive mind and empathetic nature, was eager to learn from humanity, to understand the unique spark that had allowed them to flourish amidst chaos. The first meeting took place in a secluded government facility, a nondescript building nestled amidst lush greenery. A select group of human scientists, diplomats, and military personnel waited with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. The Krill delegation, disguised as humans, entered the room with an air of quiet dignity. Elara stepped forward, her voice clear and resonant as she addressed the gathered humans. "Greetings, inhabitants of Earth. We are the Krill, a civilization from a distant star system. We have come seeking knowledge, understanding, and perhaps a shared future." Her words were met with a stunned silence. The humans, accustomed to the idea of being alone in the universe, were struggling to comprehend the reality of first contact. Elara, sensing their unease, continued. "We have learned much about your species during our time observing you. We have seen your flaws, your conflicts, and your capacity for destruction. But we have also witnessed your resilience, your creativity, and your unwavering spirit." She paused, her eyes scanning the faces of the humans before her. "We believe that we share a common ancestry, that we are both descendants of a species that value diversity, adaptability, and progress above all else. We have come to learn from you, to understand the secrets of your success." Her words struck a chord with the humans. The idea that they were not alone in the universe, that they were part of a larger cosmic story, was both humbling and exhilarating. The initial apprehension melted away, replaced by a sense of curiosity and a cautious optimism. The first meeting was just the beginning of a long and complex process of cultural exchange. The Krill and humans embarked on a series of dialogues, sharing their histories, philosophies, and scientific knowledge. It was a journey of mutual discovery, a chance for both species to learn from each other and forge a new path forward. The exchange of knowledge was not without its challenges. The Krill, accustomed to a rigid hierarchical society, struggled to understand the nuances of human democracy and individualism. The humans, in turn, were baffled by the Krill's emphasis on genetic purity and their seemingly emotionless demeanor. Yet, despite the cultural barriers, both sides were eager to learn. The Krill scientists were fascinated by human ingenuity and their ability to create technology that, while less advanced than their own, was often more adaptable and versatile. The human scientists, on the other hand, were intrigued by the Krill's mastery of genetic engineering and their deep understanding of the universe. Elara, the Krill ambassador, proved to be an invaluable bridge between the two cultures. Her empathetic nature and deep understanding of human customs allowed her to navigate the complexities of intercultural communication with grace and tact. She formed close bonds with several human scientists, engaging in lively debates about philosophy, ethics, and the future of their respective civilizations. One of her closest confidants was a renowned biologist named Dr. Emily Carter. Dr. Carter, a brilliant but unconventional thinker, was fascinated by the Krill's genetic makeup and their ability to manipulate their own evolution. She saw in them a potential solution to some of humanity's most pressing problems, such as disease, aging, and genetic disorders. Together, Elara and Dr. Carter embarked on a groundbreaking research project, combining Krill genetic engineering with human medical knowledge. Their goal was to develop new treatments and therapies that could improve the lives of both humans and Krill. The collaboration was not without its risks. Some Krill elders feared that tampering with their genetic code would lead to unforeseen consequences, while some human scientists worried about the ethical implications of genetic manipulation. But Elara and Dr. Carter, driven by their shared passion for knowledge and their belief in the potential for interspecies cooperation, persevered. Their efforts bore fruit sooner than anyone expected. They developed a revolutionary treatment for a deadly human disease, using a combination of Krill genetic material and human stem cells. The treatment was a resounding success, saving countless lives and ushering in a new era of medical advancement. The success of the project was a turning point for both the Krill and humanity. It proved that collaboration, even between vastly different species, could lead to extraordinary breakthroughs. It also helped to bridge the cultural divide, fostering a sense of mutual respect and understanding. News of the medical breakthrough spread like wildfire across both Krill and human societies. Among the Krill, it ignited a wave of introspection. The rigid adherence to genetic purity, once seen as a source of strength, now seemed like a limitation. The vibrant diversity of the humans, once viewed with disdain, was now recognized as a source of resilience and adaptability. The Krill High Command, once staunchly conservative, found itself facing a growing chorus of voices calling for change. Younger generations, inspired by Alara's example and the promise of a brighter future, questioned the old ways and demanded a more open and inclusive society. "We have stagnated for too long," declared a young Krill scientist named Lyra, during a televised address that captivated the nation. "We have become complacent, clinging to the past while the universe races ahead. It is time for us to embrace change, to learn from the humans and their embrace of diversity." Her words resonated with many Krill, especially the younger generation who yearned for a society that valued individual expression and encouraged exploration. The High Command, sensing a shift in public opinion, reluctantly agreed to initiate a series of reforms aimed at fostering greater diversity and openness. The changes were gradual at first, but they gathered momentum over time. The Krill began to relax their strict genetic purity laws, allowing for greater variation in their gene pool. They opened their borders to other species, inviting them to share their knowledge and cultures. They even began to experiment with new forms of art, music, and literature, inspired by the emotional depth and creativity of human expression. The transformation of Krill society was not without its challenges. There were those who resisted change, clinging to the old ways and fearing the unknown. But the momentum for progress was unstoppable. The Krill, once a stagnant and insular civilization, were awakening to a new reality, one where diversity, adaptability, and open-mindedness were the keys to survival and prosperity. On Earth, the medical breakthrough had a similar impact. It solidified humanity's standing in the galactic community, proving that they were not just a chaotic and unpredictable species, but a valuable partner and a source of innovation. The collaboration with the Krill opened up new avenues of research and development, leading to further advancements in medicine, technology, and space exploration. The relationship between the Krill and humanity, once defined by suspicion and misunderstanding, was now blossoming into a partnership based on mutual respect and a shared desire for progress. It was a testament to the power of open communication, cultural exchange, and the recognition that diversity, in all its forms, is not a weakness but a strength. The Krill homeworld, once a beacon of order and uniformity, was now a vibrant tapestry of colors, sounds, and ideas. The once sterile streets of Krill cities were now bustling with diverse crowds, a kaleidoscope of Krill, humans, and other alien species. The air buzzed with the energy of cultural exchange, as scientists, artists, and philosophers from across the galaxy mingled and debated, sharing their knowledge and perspectives. Zalen, now an elder statesman respected by both Krill and humans, often found himself strolling through these vibrant streets, marveling at the transformation of his homeworld. He remembered the days of rigid conformity, the stifling atmosphere of genetic purity, and the fear of change. Now, he saw a society that was embracing its imperfections, learning from its mistakes, and constantly evolving. He often visited the bustling marketplace, where Krill and human merchants haggled over exotic goods from across the galaxy. He would stop by the newly established cultural centers, where Krill artists experimented with human styles and human musicians collaborated with Krill composers to create music that transcended species boundaries. But perhaps the most significant change was in the Krill education system. Once focused solely on rote learning and memorization, it now encouraged critical thinking, creativity, and individual expression. Young Krill were taught about the history of their creators, the humans, and their unique ability to adapt and thrive in a chaotic universe. "We are not perfect," Zalen told a group of young Krill students during a visit to a newly established academy. "We have made mistakes in the past, but we have also learned from them. We have the potential to achieve great things, but only if we embrace change, diversity, and the lessons of our past." His words were met with nods of agreement and eager questions from the students. They were a new generation of Krill, raised in a society that valued openness, curiosity, and the pursuit of knowledge. On Earth, the collaboration with the Krill had sparked a similar wave of excitement and optimism. The human spirit of exploration and discovery was reignited, fueled by the prospect of venturing deeper into the cosmos alongside their newfound allies. Joint scientific expeditions were launched, pushing the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. The medical breakthroughs pioneered by Alara and Dr. Carter paved the way for a new era of healthcare, not just for humans but for all sentient beings. The Krill's advanced genetic engineering techniques were combined with human medical knowledge to create treatments for a wide range of diseases and conditions. But perhaps the most profound impact was on the human psyche. The knowledge that they were not alone in the universe, that they were the descendants of a species that had shaped the destiny of another civilization, filled them with a sense of pride and purpose. Humanity was no longer just a species struggling to survive on a small blue planet. They were the architects of a galactic legacy, the creators of a civilization that had embraced their values and carried their torch into the future. The alliance between the Krill and humanity flourished, driven by a shared spirit of curiosity and a thirst for knowledge. Joint research initiatives delved into the mysteries of the universe, tackling challenges that neither species could have overcome alone. In the field of astrophysics, Krill scientists, renowned for their mastery of theoretical physics, collaborated with human astronomers to unravel the secrets of dark matter and dark energy. Their combined efforts led to groundbreaking discoveries that revolutionized their understanding of the cosmos. In the realm of medicine, the collaboration between Alara and Dr. Carter continued to bear fruit. They established a joint research facility on a neutral space station, where Krill and human scientists worked side by side, developing new treatments and therapies for a wide range of diseases. The facility became a beacon of hope, attracting the brightest minds from across the galaxy and fostering a spirit of cooperation that transcended species boundaries. But the collaboration extended far beyond science. Krill and human artists worked together to create masterpieces that blended their unique styles and perspectives. Krill musicians, inspired by the emotional depth of human music, began to incorporate new instruments and techniques into their compositions. Human writers, fascinated by the Krill's rich oral tradition, translated their epic poems and stories for a wider audience. The cultural exchange was a two-way street, with both sides eager to learn from each other. Krill philosophers engaged in lively debates with human thinkers, challenging each other's assumptions and expanding their understanding of the universe and their place within it. Human chefs introduced the Krill to the delights of Earth cuisine, while Krill artisans shared their intricate crafting techniques with human counterparts. The alliance also had a profound impact on interstellar politics. The Krill, once a dominant force in the galactic community, now advocated for cooperation and understanding between different species. They used their influence to mediate conflicts, promote diplomacy, and foster a sense of unity among the diverse civilizations of the galaxy. Humanity, once a relative newcomer to the galactic stage, quickly earned a reputation for their ingenuity, adaptability, and unwavering spirit. They were no longer viewed as a chaotic and unpredictable species, but as a valuable ally and a force for positive change. The alliance between the Krill and humanity was a testament to the power of open communication, cultural exchange, and the recognition that diversity is a source of strength, not weakness. It was a beacon of hope in a universe often marred by conflict and misunderstanding, a testament to the potential for cooperation and understanding between even the most different of species. The task of establishing diplomatic relations with Earth fell to Alara. She had become a symbol of unity, her understanding of both Krill and human cultures making her the ideal intermediary. With the High Command's blessing, she traveled to the United Nations headquarters in New York City, a place she had studied extensively during her time on Earth. The world watched with bated breath as Alara, flanked by a contingent of Krill and human diplomats, addressed the General Assembly. Her holographic disguise was flawless, her human form a testament to the Krill's advanced technology. but it was her words that captivated the audience. "We come before you today not as conquerors, but as learners," Alara began, her voice echoing through the grand hall. "We have discovered that you, the people of Earth, are the descendants of our creators, the architects of our existence. We have come to seek your wisdom, your knowledge, and your guidance." Her words were met with a stunned silence, followed by a wave of murmurs and gasps. The delegates, representing nations from across the globe, struggled to comprehend the implications of her revelation. "We have much to offer each other," Alara continued. "We can share our knowledge, our technology, and our resources. We can learn from each other's strengths and weaknesses. We can forge a new path forward together." Her words struck a chord with the human delegates. The idea of a partnership with an alien civilization, one that shared a common ancestry, was both daunting and inspiring. It was a chance to break free from the cycle of conflict and competition that had plagued humanity for so long. After Alara's address, a series of intense negotiations ensued. The Krill and human diplomats worked tirelessly to draft a treaty that would outline the terms of their cooperation. There were disagreements and setbacks, but ultimately, a consensus was reached. The treaty, known as the Accord of Unity, established a framework for scientific collaboration, cultural exchange, and mutual defense. It also established a joint council composed of Krill and human representatives to oversee the implementation of the Accord and resolve any future disputes. The signing of the Accord of Unity was a momentous occasion, broadcast live across the galaxy. It marked the beginning of a new era, a time of hope and possibility. The Krill and humanity, once separated by vast distances and cultural differences, were now united by a common bond, a shared legacy that stretched back millennia. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear: the Krill and humanity were no longer alone. They were partners in a grand cosmic adventure, bound together by a shared past and a shared destiny. The signing of the Accord of Unity was met with mixed reactions on both Earth and Krill. Many humans were thrilled by the prospect of a partnership with an advanced alien civilization, eager to explore the cosmos and unlock the secrets of the universe. Others were more cautious, wary of the Krill's intentions and concerned about the potential for cultural clashes. On Krill, the reaction was even more divided. The younger generation, inspired by Alara's leadership and the promise of a brighter future, embraced the Accord with open arms. They saw it as a chance to break free from the shackles of tradition and forge a new path for their civilization. However, the older generations, particularly those in positions of power, were more hesitant. They had grown up in a society that valued order, conformity, and genetic purity. The idea of embracing the chaotic and unpredictable ways of humanity was deeply unsettling to them. In the Krill Senate, heated debates erupted over the merits of the Accord. Traditionalists argued that it would lead to the erosion of Krill culture and values, while progressives countered that it was necessary for the survival and evolution of their species. "We cannot remain isolated in our own bubble," Alara argued passionately during one such debate. "We must learn from the humans, embrace their diversity, and adapt to a changing universe." The Accord of Unity is not just a treaty, it is a lifeline, a chance for us to evolve and thrive. Her words resonated with many senators, but there were still those who remained unconvinced. They feared that the Accord would undermine the Krill's long-held traditions and lead to a loss of identity. The debate reached a climax when High Elder Kale, once a staunch conservative, rose to address the Senate. His voice, though frail with age, commanded the attention of all present. "I have spent a lifetime upholding the traditions of our ancestors," he said. "I have always believed that our genetic purity was our strength, our shield against the chaos of the universe. But I have also seen the consequences of our stagnation, the slow decline of our civilization." He paused, his eyes scanning the faces of the senators before him. "We have a choice to make," he continued. "We can cling to the past and wither away, or we can embrace the future and evolve. The Accord of Unity is not a threat, it is an opportunity. It is a chance for us to rediscover our purpose, to reclaim our legacy, and to forge a new destiny for our people." His words were met with a stunned silence. Then, a wave of applause erupted, sweeping through the Senate chamber. The tide had turned. The Krill, after millennia of isolation and conformity, were ready to embrace a new path, a path of openness, diversity, and collaboration with their human creators. The Accord of Unity ushered in an era of unprecedented cooperation and exchange between Krill and humanity. Joint scientific expeditions were launched, venturing deeper into the cosmos than either species had dared before. Krill starships, equipped with advanced propulsion systems, ferried human scientists to distant star systems, where they studied exotic planets, cataloged alien life forms, and sought answers to the fundamental questions of the universe. One such expedition, led by Dr. Carter and a Krill astrophysicist named Talos, discovered a network of ancient wormholes that crisscrossed the galaxy. These wormholes, relics of a long-lost civilization, opened up new avenues of exploration and trade, connecting distant star systems in ways previously thought impossible. The discovery of the wormholes had a profound impact on interstellar commerce. Trade routes that once took years to traverse could now be completed in a matter of days. New markets opened up as Krill and human merchants exchanged goods, technology, and ideas. The galactic economy boomed, fueled by the newfound interconnectedness of the cosmos. But the benefits of the alliance extended beyond material gain. The cultural exchange between the Krill and humanity enriched both societies, broadening their perspectives and challenging their assumptions. Krill philosophers, once steeped in the rigid traditions of their ancestors, began to question their long-held beliefs about the nature of existence and the meaning of life. They were exposed to the diverse philosophies of humanity, from the existentialism of Sartre to the pragmatism of Dewey, and found themselves grappling with new ideas and concepts. Human philosophers, in turn, were challenged by the Krill's unique perspective on the universe. Their emphasis on the interconnectedness of all things, their reverence for the natural world, and their deep understanding of the cosmos offered a fresh perspective on humanity's place in the universe. The cultural exchange also had a profound impact on the arts. Krill musicians, inspired by the emotional depth and complexity of human music, began to incorporate new instruments and techniques into their compositions. Their music, once characterized by its mathematical precision and harmonic perfection, now soared with a newfound passion and intensity. Human artists, exposed to the intricate geometric patterns and vibrant colors of Krill art, found themselves experimenting with new forms of expression. Their paintings, sculptures, and installations became more abstract and experimental, pushing the boundaries of traditional aesthetics. The collaboration between the Krill and humanity was not always smooth sailing. There were cultural misunderstandings, clashes of personalities, and occasional conflicts of interest. But the shared desire for knowledge and progress always prevailed, pushing both species to overcome their differences and work together for the greater good. The Accord of Unity also led to a surge of interstellar tourism. Humans, eager to experience the wonders of the cosmos, flocked to Krill worlds, drawn by their exotic landscapes, advanced technology, and unique cultural traditions. Krill citizens, in turn, visited Earth, fascinated by its diverse ecosystems, vibrant cities, and passionate inhabitants. Interstellar cruise lines, a joint venture between Krill and human corporations, offered luxurious voyages to far-flung corners of the galaxy. Tourists marveled at the shimmering nebulae of the Orion Arm, explored the ancient ruins of long-lost civilizations, and sampled the exotic cuisines of countless alien worlds. The exchange of ideas and experiences that accompanied this wave of tourism had a profound impact on both cultures. Humans, exposed to the vastness and diversity of the universe, gained a new appreciation for their own planet and its fragile ecosystems. They returned to Earth with a renewed commitment to environmental protection and sustainable living. The Krill, in turn, were inspired by the human spirit of adventure and their passion for discovery. They began to question their own society's emphasis on order and conformity, and many young Krill embarked on their own journeys of exploration, seeking to experience the wonders of the universe firsthand. The influx of human tourists also had a significant economic impact on Krill worlds. New industries sprang up to cater to the needs and desires of their visitors. Krill entrepreneurs opened restaurants serving Earth cuisine, built hotels catering to human tastes, and organized tours that showcased the unique cultural traditions of their homeworlds. The tourism boom also led to a surge in scientific collaboration. Human and Krill scientists, brought together by their shared passion for exploration, embarked on joint research expeditions to study alien ecosystems, analyze planetary atmospheres, and search for signs of extraterrestrial life. The collaboration yielded many groundbreaking discoveries, from new forms of energy to previously unknown life forms. It also deepened the bonds of friendship and understanding between the two species, as they worked together to unlock the secrets of the universe. However, the increased contact between the two species also led to some challenges. Cultural misunderstandings, fueled by differences in language, customs, and values, sometimes led to friction and conflict. There were also concerns about the environmental impact of interstellar tourism, as well as the potential for economic exploitation. But despite these challenges, the Krill and humanity remained committed to their partnership. They recognized that the benefits of cooperation far outweighed the risks, and they worked tirelessly to address any issues that arose. The Accord of Unity had laid the foundation for a new era of interstellar cooperation, a time of unprecedented opportunity and growth. The Krill and humanity, once separated by vast distances and cultural differences, were now united in a shared quest for knowledge, understanding, and a brighter future for all. Amidst the flurry of activity and progress, Alara found herself increasingly drawn to the vibrancy of human culture. The Krill's newfound appreciation for diversity led them to establish a cultural embassy on Earth, a place where Krill could immerse themselves in human art, music, literature, and philosophy. Alara, appointed as the cultural attaché, relished the opportunity to deepen her understanding of the human spirit. She spent countless hours in museums, galleries, and concert halls, absorbing the richness and complexity of human artistic expression. She attended lectures by renowned philosophers, debated ethics with theologians, and even tried her hand at writing poetry in English, her adopted language. One evening, as she wandered through the bustling streets of New York City, she stumbled upon a small jazz club tucked away in a dimly lit alley. Drawn by the soulful sounds emanating from within, she ventured inside and found herself transported to another world. The dimly lit room was filled with a smoky haze, and the air throbbed with the rhythmic pulse of the music. On stage, a quartet of musicians, a saxophonist, a pianist, a bassist, and a drummer were weaving a tapestry of sound that was both intricate and improvisational. Alara had never experienced anything like it before. The music was raw, emotional, and unpredictable, a far cry from the structured and harmonious compositions favored by the Krill. But there was a beauty in its chaos, a freedom of expression that resonated with her on a deep level. As she listened, she felt a sense of connection to the human spirit, a spark of understanding that transcended species boundaries. In the music, she heard the echoes of humanity's struggles, their triumphs, their joys, and their sorrows. It was a testament to their resilience, their creativity, and their unwavering spirit. From that night on, Alara became a regular at the jazz club. She befriended the musicians, learned about their lives and their passion for music, and even tried her hand at playing the saxophone. The music became a bridge between her Krill identity and her adopted human persona, a way for her to reconcile the two seemingly disparate parts of herself. Through music, Alara gained a deeper appreciation for the human spirit, its complexity, its contradictions, and its endless capacity for growth and change. It was a lesson she would carry with her as she continued her work as a cultural ambassador, bridging the gap between two vastly different civilizations and paving the way for a future where diversity was celebrated and cooperation was the norm. While the cultural exchange flourished, scientific collaboration reached new heights. A joint Krill human research team embarked on an ambitious project, the construction of a massive space observatory, dubbed the Unity Array, designed to peer deeper into the cosmos than ever before. Located in a stable Lagrange point between Earth and Mars, the Unity Array was a marvel of engineering, combining the Krill's advanced materials and propulsion systems with humanity's expertise in optics and data processing. Its vast array of interconnected telescopes and sensors could detect the faintest whispers of light from the farthest reaches of the universe. The Unity Array's first major discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community. It detected a series of anomalous energy readings emanating from a distant star cluster, readings that defied conventional explanations. After months of analysis and debate, the scientists reached a startling conclusion. The energy readings were artificial in origin, a sign of an advanced civilization far more technologically sophisticated than either the Krill or humanity. The discovery sparked a wave of excitement and speculation. Was this the long-lost civilization that had created the Krill? Could they finally uncover the secrets of their creators and learn the true purpose of their existence? The Krill High Command, eager to pursue this lead, dispatched a joint expedition to the star cluster. The expedition, led by Zalen and Dr. Carter, consisted of a diverse team of Krill and human scientists, engineers, and diplomats. Their journey was long and arduous, fraught with challenges and setbacks. The star cluster was located in a remote region of the galaxy, far from any known trade routes or established civilizations. The Krill's advanced propulsion systems allowed them to travel faster than light. But even then, the journey took several months. Along the way, the expedition encountered a variety of challenges, from unexpected gravitational anomalies to hostile alien encounters. But the team, united by their shared purpose and their unwavering belief in the potential of their alliance, persevered. When they finally arrived at the star cluster, they were greeted by a sight that took their breath away. The cluster was home to a vast network of artificial megastructures orbiting a pulsating neutron star. These structures, clearly the source of the anomalous energy readings, were unlike anything they had ever seen before. They were immense, dwarfing even the largest Krill starships. They were intricate, their surfaces etched with complex patterns and symbols that defied interpretation. And they were silent, their vastness filled only with the eerie hum of their energy fields. The Krill and human scientists were awestruck, filled with a sense of wonder and anticipation. They had stumbled upon the remnants of a civilization that had achieved a level of technological mastery far beyond their own. The secrets of their creators, the answers they had sought for so long, might finally be within their grasp. The Krill human expedition cautiously approached the megastructures, their ships dwarfed by the sheer scale of the alien architecture. They deployed a fleet of drones, equipped with advanced sensors and scanning equipment, to map the structures and gather data. The drones returned with a treasure trove of information. The megastructures were not just massive constructs, but complex machines, interconnected in a vast network that spanned the entire star cluster. They appeared to be designed to harness the energy of the neutron star, converting it into a form that could power entire civilizations. But the most intriguing discovery was yet to come. As the scientists analyzed the data, they discovered a series of encoded messages embedded within the energy patterns of the megastructures. The messages were complex and cryptic, but with the combined expertise of the Krill linguists and human cryptographers, they were able to decipher a portion of them. The messages spoke of a civilization that had reached the pinnacle of technological advancement, a civilization that had mastered the secrets of the universe and transcended the limitations of their physical form. They spoke of a grand experiment, a project to seed the galaxy with new life, life that would inherit their knowledge and carry on their legacy. The Krill and human scientists were stunned. The messages confirmed their suspicions. They were indeed the descendants of this ancient civilization, the inheritors of a legacy that had been lost to time. But the messages also raised new questions. Why had their creators abandoned their grand experiment? What had become of them? And most importantly, what was their ultimate goal? The Krill High Command, eager for answers, authorized a more in-depth exploration of the megastructures. A team of elite scientists and engineers, led by Zalen and Dr. Carter, was tasked with venturing inside the structures and uncovering their secrets. It was a dangerous mission, fraught with unknown risks. The megastructures were ancient, their systems dormant for millennia. There was no telling what dangers might lurk within their labyrinthine corridors and chambers. But the team was undeterred, driven by their thirst for knowledge and their desire to understand their origins. They embarked on a journey into the heart of the megastructures, a journey that would test their courage, their ingenuity, and their resolve. The interior of the megastructure was a labyrinth of corridors, chambers, and seemingly endless passageways. The walls were smooth and featureless, made of a material that defied analysis. The air was still and silent, the only sound the rhythmic hum of the structure's energy fields. The expedition team, equipped with advanced suits and tools, moved cautiously through the corridors, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. The sense of isolation was palpable, the weight of the unknown pressing down on them. They encountered no signs of life, no evidence that anyone had set foot in the megastructure for millennia. It was as if the builders had simply vanished, leaving behind their enigmatic creation. After hours of exploration, they came upon a massive chamber, its walls adorned with intricate murals depicting scenes of a long-lost civilization. The murals showed beings of immense power and knowledge, manipulating the fabric of space-time and harnessing the energy of stars. At the center of the chamber stood a pedestal, upon which rested a crystalline sphere, similar to the one that had been discovered in the Krill ruins. Zalen approached the sphere cautiously, his heart pounding in his chest. As he reached out to touch it, a wave of information flooded his mind, a torrent of images, sounds, and sensations. He saw the rise and fall of the ancient civilization, their triumphs and their tragedies. He witnessed their quest for knowledge, their mastery of technology, and their ultimate transcendence. The vision ended abruptly, leaving Zalen breathless and disoriented. He looked around at his team, their faces etched with awe and wonder. They were incredible, Dr. Carter whispered, her voice barely audible. They achieved things we can barely imagine. But what happened to them? Talos asked, his voice filled with concern. Why did they leave this place? Zalen shook his head, his mind still reeling from the vision. I don't know, he admitted, but I believe they wanted us to find this place, to learn from their mistakes and carry on their legacy. The team continued their exploration, delving deeper into the megastructure. They discovered libraries filled with ancient texts, laboratories containing advanced technology, and even living quarters that had been preserved for millennia. But as they explored, they also began to uncover signs of a dark secret, a hidden truth that the murals and the crystalline sphere had not revealed. There were hints of a cataclysmic event, a disaster that had shattered the ancient civilization and forced them to abandon their grand experiment. The Krill and human scientists were determined to uncover the truth, to understand what had led to the downfall of their creators. But as they delved deeper into the megastructure, they realized that the answers they sought might be more dangerous than they had ever imagined. As the team ventured deeper into the heart of the megastructure, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. The air crackled with a strange energy, and the shadows seemed to dance and writhe in the dim light. The once pristine corridors now showed signs of decay, with peeling paint, corroded metal, and flickering lights. They entered a vast chamber filled with rows upon rows of stasis pods. The pods were made of a transparent material, revealing the skeletal remains of beings within. The sight was chilling, a grim reminder of the civilization that had once thrived in this place. Dr. Carter, her face pale with shock, approached one of the pods and peered inside. The skeletal figure within was humanoid in form, but its skull was elongated, and its limbs were disproportionately long. It was a stark contrast to the sleek and graceful Krill or the sturdy and adaptable humans. These are not our creators, she said, her voice barely a whisper. They are something else entirely. Zalen nodded grimly. It seems we have stumbled upon a mystery within a mystery, he said. Who were these beings, and what was their connection to our creators? The team continued their exploration, their unease growing with each step. They found more chambers filled with stasis pods, each containing the remains of different species. It was as if the megastructure had been a repository for a vast collection of life forms, a cosmic zoo of sorts. But why? What purpose had these beings served? and what had caused their demise. The answers, they soon discovered, lay in a hidden chamber deep within the megastructure. The chamber was protected by a series of intricate security systems, which the Krill engineers were able to bypass with their advanced technology. Inside the chamber, they found a holographic archive, a repository of knowledge that had been preserved for millennia. The archive contained detailed records of the ancient civilization, their history, their science, and their philosophy. But it also contained a warning, a chilling account of the events that had led to their downfall. The ancient civilization had been consumed by their own hubris, their relentless pursuit of knowledge and power. They had experimented with forces they did not fully understand, tampering with the very fabric of reality. Their experiments had unleashed a cataclysmic event, a cosmic anomaly that had ripped through their civilization, destroying everything in its path. The few survivors had fled the megastructure, leaving behind their knowledge and their legacy in the hope that it would one day be discovered by a species worthy of inheriting it. The Krill and human scientists were left reeling from the revelation. The ancient civilization, the creators of the Krill, had not been the benevolent architects they had imagined. They had been reckless, arrogant, and ultimately self-destructive. But their legacy lived on in the Krill, in the humans, and in the countless other species they had created. It was a legacy of both brilliance and folly, a cautionary tale of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the importance of humility in the face of the unknown. The revelation of their creator's downfall cast a shadow over the expedition. The Krill and human scientists, once filled with optimism and hope, now grappled with a sense of unease. The fate of their creators served as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the fragility of even the most advanced civilizations. Zalen, burdened by the weight of this newfound knowledge, sought solace in the quiet solitude of his quarters. He spent hours poring over the data from the holographic archive, searching for any clues that might shed light on the nature of the cataclysmic event that had destroyed their creators. He found fragments of information scattered throughout the archive, cryptic references to experiments involving exotic matter, manipulations of space-time, and attempts to harness the power of black holes. It was clear that the creators had pushed the boundaries of science and technology to their limits, but their ambition had ultimately led to their undoing. The Krill High Command, upon receiving Zalen's report, was deeply troubled. They had always viewed their creators as benevolent beings, the architects of their existence and the source of their advanced knowledge. The revelation that they had been responsible for their own destruction was a blow to their collective ego. "We cannot allow ourselves to repeat their mistakes," High Elder Kale declared during an emergency meeting. "We must learn from their hubris, their disregard for the delicate balance of the universe." The other elders nodded in agreement, their faces etched with concern. They realized that the path to progress was not without its perils, that the pursuit of knowledge and power could lead to unforeseen consequences. On Earth, the news of the Creator's downfall was met with a mixture of shock, awe, and trepidation. The human scientists, who had once revered the Krill's creators as godlike figures, now saw them in a new light. They were not infallible beings, but flawed creatures capable of catastrophic mistakes. Dr. Carter, in particular, was deeply affected by the revelation. She had always been driven by a thirst for knowledge, a desire to push the boundaries of science and unlock the secrets of the universe. But now, she realized that there were some secrets that were best left undisturbed. The discovery of the Creator's fate marked a turning point for both the Krill and humanity. It forced them to confront the limits of their own knowledge and the potential consequences of their actions. It also strengthened their resolve to forge a new path, one based on humility, cooperation, and a deep respect for the delicate balance of the universe. In the aftermath of their discovery, the Krill and human scientists returned to their respective homeworlds, carrying with them the weight of their newfound knowledge. The revelation of their creator's fate sparked a wave of introspection and debate across both civilizations. On Krill, the High Command convened a series of emergency meetings to discuss the implications of their findings. The once dominant voices of tradition and conservatism were now tempered by a newfound humility and caution. The Krill realized that their pursuit of genetic perfection had led them down a path of stagnation, and they were determined to avoid the same fate as their creators. "We must chart a new course," High Elder Kale declared, his voice grave and resolute. "We must learn from the mistakes of our ancestors and embrace a more sustainable path of progress." The Krill embarked on a period of intense self-reflection, reevaluating their values and priorities. They began to question the wisdom of their strict genetic purity laws, recognizing that diversity and adaptability were essential for long-term survival. They also started to explore new avenues of scientific inquiry, focusing on sustainable technologies and practices that would not harm their planet or the wider ecosystem. The human response was equally profound. The knowledge that they were the descendants of a once great civilization, a civilization that had ultimately destroyed itself, filled them with a sense of both pride and trepidation. They realized that their own technological advancements could lead them down a similar path of destruction if they were not careful. A global conversation emerged, fueled by the desire to avoid the mistakes of the past. Scientists, philosophers, and policymakers from around the world came together to discuss the ethical implications of technological progress and the importance of responsible innovation. They debated the merits of different approaches, from cautious regulation to radical transparency, all with the goal of ensuring that humanity did not repeat the catastrophic errors of their creators. The collaboration between the Krill and humanity intensified, as both species sought to learn from each other's strengths and weaknesses. The Krill, with their deep understanding of the universe and their mastery of genetic engineering, offered valuable insights into the potential dangers of unchecked technological advancement. The humans, with their diverse perspectives and their history of overcoming adversity, provided a model for resilience and adaptability. The two civilizations worked together to develop new protocols for scientific research, ethical guidelines for technological development, and international agreements to promote cooperation and prevent the misuse of advanced technologies. They also established a joint task force to monitor potential threats to galactic stability, drawing on the combined resources and expertise of both species. The discovery of their creator's fate had shaken both the Krill and humanity to their core, but it had also brought them closer together, united by a shared sense of purpose and a determination to avoid the mistakes of the past. They embarked on a new era of cooperation, one based on mutual respect, shared responsibility, and a deep understanding of the delicate balance of the universe. Years turned into decades. The alliance between the Krill and humanity deepened, evolving into a complex tapestry of shared endeavors, cultural exchange, and mutual respect. The Krill homeworld, once a bastion of uniformity, now buzzed with a vibrant diversity. Humans and Krill walked side by side in the bustling marketplaces, their laughter mingling with the chirps and clicks of alien languages. The scientific collaboration yielded unprecedented breakthroughs. A new generation of hybrid technologies emerged, combining the Krill's mastery of energy manipulation with humanity's knack for practical application. Medical advancements extended lifespans and eradicated diseases that had once plagued both species, and the exploration of the cosmos continued at an accelerated pace, with joint expeditions pushing the boundaries of the known universe. Elara, now revered as a cultural icon, established a network of exchange programs that allowed Krill and human students to study on each other's worlds. These programs fostered a deep understanding and appreciation for the unique strengths and perspectives of both cultures. One such student was a young Krill named Kayla. She had grown up fascinated by human art and literature, drawn to their emotional depth and raw expressiveness. When she was accepted into the exchange program, she eagerly traveled to Earth, eager to experience human culture firsthand. Kayla enrolled at a prestigious university, where she studied literature, philosophy, and art history. She quickly made friends with her human classmates, bonding over their shared passion for creativity and intellectual inquiry. She immersed herself in human culture, attending concerts, visiting museums, and even trying her hand at painting in the style of the Impressionists. Through her experiences, Kayla gained a deep appreciation for the human spirit, its resilience, and its capacity for joy and sorrow. She also began to question some of the long-held assumptions of her own culture, particularly the emphasis on genetic purity and conformity. When she returned to Krill, Kayla became a vocal advocate for change. She founded a cultural exchange organization that sponsored art exhibitions, musical performances, and literary readings featuring both Krill and human artists. She also launched a campaign to reform the Krill education system, arguing for a more holistic approach that valued creativity, critical thinking, and individual expression. Kayla's efforts were met with resistance from some quarters, but she also found widespread support, especially among the younger generation. Her message of openness, curiosity, and cultural exchange resonated with a growing number of Krill who were eager to embrace the possibilities of the new era. The spirit of collaboration extended to the political realm as well. The Krill and human governments established a joint council, the Council of Unity, tasked with overseeing the implementation of the Accord and resolving any disputes that might arise. The council consisted of representatives from both species, carefully chosen for their diplomatic skills and their understanding of both cultures. The council's first major initiative was the creation of a joint task force to address the issue of environmental degradation. Both the Krill and humanity had a long history of exploiting their respective planets for resources, leading to widespread pollution and environmental damage. The task force, drawing on the expertise of both species, developed a comprehensive plan to restore and protect their homeworlds. The Krill, with their advanced technology and deep understanding of ecosystems, implemented innovative solutions to clean up pollution, restore damaged habitats, and promote sustainable resource use. They shared their knowledge and technology with humans, who in turn adapted it to their own needs and environments. The collaboration on environmental issues not only benefited both planets, but also strengthened the bond between the two species. It fostered a sense of shared responsibility for the well-being of their respective homeworlds and the wider galactic ecosystem. Another major initiative of the Council of Unity was the establishment of a joint military force. This force, comprised of both Krill and human soldiers, was tasked with maintaining peace and stability in the region. It was a controversial move, with some critics arguing that it would only lead to further militarization and conflict. However, the Council argued that a joint military force was necessary to deter aggression from other species and to protect the interests of both Krill and humanity. They emphasized that the force would be used solely for defensive purposes and would operate under strict ethical guidelines. The joint military force proved to be a success, deterring potential aggressors and responding effectively to any threats that arose. Its presence also served as a symbol of unity, a testament to the strength of the Krill-human alliance. The Council of Unity also played a key role in facilitating cultural exchange. It sponsored a wide range of programs aimed at promoting understanding and appreciation between the two species. These programs included student exchange programs, language immersion courses, and joint cultural festivals. The Council also established a series of museums and cultural centers on both Earth and Krill, where visitors could learn about the history, culture, and achievements of both species. These institutions played a vital role in fostering mutual respect and understanding, helping to break down stereotypes and promote a sense of shared identity. The alliance between the Krill and humanity was not without its detractors. On both sides, there were factions who viewed the other species with suspicion and resentment. Some Krill traditionalists still clung to the old ways, lamenting the loss of their genetic purity and cultural homogeneity. They formed underground movements, spreading propaganda and sowing seeds of discord. On Earth, some fringe groups, fueled by xenophobia and fear of the unknown, protested the alliance, warning of a potential Krill invasion or a loss of human sovereignty. They spread conspiracy theories, claiming that the Krill were secretly manipulating humanity for their own nefarious purposes. These dissenting voices, while a minority, posed a threat to the fragile peace that had been established. They sought to exploit the cultural differences and historical grievances between the two species, hoping to ignite conflict and derail the progress that had been made. The Krill High Command and the human governments took these threats seriously, working together to counter the propaganda and misinformation campaigns. They launched public awareness initiatives, highlighting the benefits of the alliance and emphasizing the shared values and common goals of both species. Elada, with her deep understanding of both cultures, played a crucial role in these efforts. She traveled extensively, giving speeches, conducting interviews, and engaging in dialogues with both Krill and human citizens. She spoke passionately about the importance of unity, emphasizing that the Krill and humanity were stronger together than they ever could be apart. "We are not so different, you and I," she told a crowd of Krill and human students during a visit to a joint university campus. "We both share a desire for knowledge, for progress, for a better future. We both have flaws, we both make mistakes, but we also have the capacity for compassion, for understanding, for forgiveness. We must embrace these qualities, not let fear and prejudice drive us apart." Her words resonated with many, especially the younger generation, who had grown up in a world where cooperation and cultural exchange were the norm. But there were still those who clung to their prejudices, who saw the other species as a threat rather than a partner. The threat of internal dissent reached a boiling point when a group of Krill extremists launched a terrorist attack on a human research facility on Mars. The attack, which resulted in several casualties, sent shockwaves through both civilizations. The Krill High Command condemned the attack in the strongest possible terms, vowing to bring the perpetrators to justice. The human governments, while shaken by the attack, reaffirmed their commitment to the alliance and their belief in the Krill's peaceful intentions. The attack served as a wake-up call for both species. It highlighted the fragility of their alliance and the importance of constant vigilance against those who sought to undermine it. It also strengthened their resolve to work together, to overcome their differences, and to build a future based on trust, cooperation, and mutual respect. The terrorist attack on Mars triggered a wave of solidarity across both the Krill and human civilizations. In the wake of the tragedy, both species rallied together, condemning the act of violence and reaffirming their commitment to the Accord of Unity. On Krill, spontaneous demonstrations of support for humanity erupted in major cities. Krill citizens of all ages and backgrounds took to the streets, carrying signs that read, "We stand with humanity," and "Unity against terror." They held candlelight vigils, offered prayers for the victims, and voiced their outrage at the extremists who sought to undermine the peace. The Krill High Command, while shaken by the attack, responded swiftly and decisively. They launched a massive manhunt for the perpetrators, deploying their advanced surveillance technology and intelligence networks to track down the extremists. They also increased security measures across the Krill homeworld and their colonies, ensuring the safety of both Krill and human citizens. On Earth, the response was equally resolute. Governments from around the world issued statements of condemnation, pledging their support for the Krill and vowing to bring the terrorists to justice. Human citizens organized rallies and demonstrations, expressing their solidarity with the Krill and their rejection of violence. Elada, deeply saddened by the attack, used her platform as a cultural ambassador to promote healing and understanding. She traveled to Mars, visiting the site of the attack and meeting with the families of the victims. She also spoke at numerous events, urging both Krill and humans to reject fear and hatred and to embrace the values of compassion, empathy, and unity. "This attack is a reminder that we are all vulnerable," she said in a moving address to a joint Krill-human gathering on Mars. "It is a reminder that there are forces in the universe that seek to divide us, to sow discord and mistrust. But we must not let them succeed. We must stand together, united in our grief and our determination to build a better future." Her words resonated with the audience, sparking a renewed commitment to the alliance. The Krill and human governments pledged to work even closer together, sharing intelligence, resources, and expertise to combat extremism and ensure the safety of their citizens. The attack on Mars was a dark chapter in the history of the Krill-human alliance, but it also served as a catalyst for greater cooperation and understanding. It reminded both species of the importance of their partnership, the fragility of peace, and the need to remain vigilant against those who sought to undermine their shared future. In the face of adversity, the Krill and humanity emerged stronger and more united than ever before. The attack had tested their resolve, but it had also reaffirmed their commitment to the principles of the Accord of Unity. They were determined to build a future where diversity was celebrated, cooperation was the norm, and peace prevailed. The attack on Mars, while a setback, ultimately served as a catalyst for further unity between the Krill and humanity. In its wake, a renewed sense of purpose and collaboration emerged. The two species doubled down on their efforts to understand and appreciate each other's cultures, recognizing that the key to lasting peace lay not just in political agreements, but in genuine empathy and understanding. Alada, now more than ever, became a symbol of this unity. She tirelessly traveled between Earth and Krill, speaking to crowds, hosting cultural exchange events, and promoting understanding. Her efforts were bolstered by a new generation of Krill and human leaders, who had grown up in the era of the Accord and were deeply committed to its ideals. On Krill, the young scientist Kayla rose to prominence. Her passion for human culture and her tireless advocacy for reform resonated with the Krill populace. She was elected to the High Command, becoming the youngest elder in Krill history. Kayla's leadership brought a fresh perspective, emphasizing the importance of cultural exchange and challenging the traditional Krill emphasis on conformity. On Earth, a charismatic diplomat named Dr. Thomas Lee emerged as a key figure in the alliance. A brilliant linguist and cultural anthropologist, Dr. Lee had spent years studying the Krill language and customs. His deep understanding of both cultures made him an invaluable asset in negotiations and diplomacy. Dr. Lee and Kayla formed a close working relationship, their complementary skills and shared vision proving to be a powerful force for unity. They co-founded the Intercultural Exchange Initiative, a program aimed at fostering deeper understanding and appreciation between Krill and human cultures. The initiative sponsored a wide range of activities, from student exchange programs and language immersion courses to joint artistic projects and scientific collaborations. It also established a network of cultural centers across both worlds, where Krill and humans could interact, learn from each other, and celebrate their shared heritage. The Intercultural Exchange Initiative was a resounding success. It helped to break down stereotypes, dispel misconceptions, and foster a sense of camaraderie between the two species. It also led to a surge in scientific and technological innovation, as Krill and human researchers collaborated on new projects that drew on the unique strengths of both cultures. The Krill and humanity were no longer just allies, they were becoming friends. One of the most ambitious projects undertaken by the Intercultural Exchange Initiative was the establishment of a joint colony on a newly discovered planet, dubbed Unity. This planet, located in a nearby star system with a climate and ecosystem similar to Earth's, was chosen as a symbol of the Krill and humanity's shared future. The Unity colony was a marvel of collaborative engineering. Krill architects and human urban planners worked together to design a city that seamlessly blended elements of both cultures. The result was a breathtaking fusion of organic Krill architecture, with its flowing lines and bioluminescent materials, and the functional yet aesthetically pleasing designs favored by humans. The city was built around a central plaza, where a towering monument symbolized the unity of the two species. The monument, a crystalline structure that pulsed with a soft, rhythmic light, was a gift from the Krill, a testament to their advanced technology and their commitment to the Alliance. The colony's population was a diverse mix of Krill, humans, and other alien species who had joined the Alliance. They lived and worked together, sharing their knowledge, skills, and cultural traditions. The colony became a melting pot of ideas and innovations, a testament to the power of diversity and collaboration. The Unity colony was also a center for scientific research and exploration. Krill and human scientists worked together in state-of-the-art laboratories, studying the planet's unique ecosystem and conducting experiments that pushed the boundaries of knowledge. They also launched expeditions to explore the surrounding star system, discovering new planets, moons, and asteroids. One of the most exciting discoveries made by the Unity colony scientists was the existence of a previously unknown element, dubbed ununium. This element, found in a rare mineral deposit deep beneath the planet's surface, possessed unique properties that had the potential to revolutionize energy production and propulsion technology. The discovery of ununium sparked a wave of excitement across the galaxy. It was a symbol of the potential of the Krill-Human alliance, a testament to the power of cooperation and the boundless possibilities that could be achieved when different species worked together. The Unity colony became a beacon of hope, a symbol of what could be achieved when two vastly different civilizations put aside their differences and worked together for a common goal. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the adaptability of the Krill, and the power of unity to overcome even the most daunting challenges. The discovery of ununium sparked a technological revolution that reverberated across the galaxy. Krill and human engineers, working in tandem, developed new energy generation and propulsion systems based on the element's unique properties. These advancements not only revolutionized space travel, but also transformed life on Earth and Krill. On Earth, the introduction of ununium-based energy led to a clean energy revolution. Fossil fuels were phased out, replaced by efficient, sustainable energy sources that drastically reduced pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. The planet's climate began to stabilize, reversing the devastating effects of centuries of industrialization. For the Krill, ununium provided a solution to their long-standing energy crisis. Their homeworld, once heavily reliant on dwindling fossil fuel reserves, now thrived on clean, abundant energy. The Krill's advanced technology, combined with ununium's unique properties, allowed them to develop even more sophisticated environmental restoration techniques, transforming their once barren landscapes into lush, vibrant ecosystems. The technological advancements also revolutionized space travel. The new propulsion systems, powered by ununium, allowed for faster-than-light travel that was more efficient and less energy-intensive than anything previously achieved. This opened up vast new regions of the galaxy for exploration and colonization, leading to a surge in scientific discovery and cultural exchange. Joint Krill-human expeditions ventured into uncharted territories, encountering new alien species and uncovering ancient mysteries. They discovered lost colonies, remnants of long-forgotten civilizations, and even evidence of life on other planets. The universe, once a vast and unknowable expanse, was slowly revealing its secrets to the intrepid explorers. The discovery of ununium also had a profound impact on the social and economic structures of both civilizations. On Earth, the clean energy revolution led to a period of unprecedented prosperity and social progress. Poverty and inequality declined, and the standard of living for all improved. The Krill, once a rigidly hierarchical society, experienced a similar transformation. The newfound abundance of energy and resources led to a more equitable distribution of wealth, and the emphasis on individual achievement and innovation began to erode the traditional power structures. The alliance between the Krill and humanity had not only brought about technological advancement and economic prosperity, but it had also sparked a social and cultural renaissance. It was a time of optimism and hope, a time when the two species, working together, seemed poised to achieve anything they set their minds to. As the Krill-human alliance prospered, a new generation emerged, one that had grown up in a world where interspecies collaboration was the norm. These young individuals, raised on stories of the first contact and the subsequent cultural exchange, saw themselves as citizens of a united galaxy, not just as members of their respective species. Among this new generation was a young Krill woman named Alara, named after the revered ambassador who had played such a pivotal role in forging the alliance. Alara, like her namesake, was driven by a passion for understanding and bridging cultures. She had grown up fascinated by human history and philosophy, and she dreamed of one day visiting Earth to experience its rich cultural heritage firsthand. Her opportunity came when she was selected for a prestigious scholarship program that allowed young Krill to study at universities on Earth. Alara eagerly accepted, and soon found herself immersed in the vibrant academic environment of a renowned university in Europe. She was immediately struck by the diversity of the student body, the passionate debates that filled the classrooms, and the seemingly endless opportunities for intellectual exploration. She thrived in this environment, excelling in her studies and making friends with students from all over the world. Alara also took advantage of her time on Earth to explore the rich cultural landscape. She attended concerts, visited museums, and immersed herself in the works of human artists, writers, and philosophers. She was particularly drawn to the works of the Romantic poets, with their emphasis on emotion, individualism, and the beauty of the natural world. One day, while visiting a museum of natural history, Alara stumbled upon an exhibit dedicated to the Krill-human alliance. The exhibit showcased the history of the two species, from their first contact to the present day. Alara was moved by the display, seeing firsthand the impact that her namesake had made on the course of history. As she stood there, gazing at the exhibits, Alara felt a surge of pride and purpose. She realized that she was part of something much larger than herself, a legacy of cooperation and understanding that had the potential to change the galaxy for the better. Inspired by her experiences on Earth, Alara returned to Krill with a renewed sense of purpose. She became a vocal advocate for further integration between the two species, calling for greater cultural exchange, scientific collaboration, and political cooperation. She joined the Intercultural Exchange Initiative, working alongside Dr. Lee and Kayla to develop new programs and initiatives aimed at strengthening the bonds between the two species. She also became involved in politics, using her platform to advocate for policies that promoted unity and cooperation. Alara's efforts were met with widespread support, especially among the younger generation of Krill, who saw her as a symbol of hope and a champion for their shared future. With her leadership and her unwavering commitment to the ideals of the Accord of Unity, Alara was poised to play a pivotal role in shaping the destiny of both the Krill and humanity. The Unity Colony, a testament to the collaboration between Krill and humanity, flourished into a thriving hub of interstellar activity. Its unique blend of Krill and human architecture created a breathtaking cityscape that seamlessly integrated natural elements with advanced technology. Lush gardens adorned the rooftops of sleek, bioluminescent buildings, while bustling marketplaces showcased a dazzling array of goods from across the galaxy. The colony's diverse population, hailing from countless worlds, fostered a vibrant cultural scene. The streets echoed with a symphony of languages, music, and laughter. Artists from across the galaxy flocked to Unity, drawn by its reputation for creativity and open-mindedness. Krill and human musicians collaborated on groundbreaking compositions, while Krill artisans and human craftsmen blended their techniques to create unique works of art that transcended species boundaries. But Unity was more than just a cultural melting pot. It was also a center for scientific research and exploration. The discovery of ununium had spurred a technological revolution, and Unity was at the forefront of this new era. Krill and human scientists worked side by side in state-of-the-art laboratories, pushing the boundaries of knowledge in fields ranging from astrophysics to biotechnology. They developed new medical treatments, designed advanced spacecraft, and explored the mysteries of the universe with unprecedented precision. The Unity Colony also became a hub for interstellar trade and commerce. Its strategic location, near the newly discovered network of wormholes, made it a natural crossroads for merchants and traders from across the galaxy. The Krill's advanced transportation infrastructure, combined with humanity's entrepreneurial spirit, fueled a thriving economy that benefited all who participated. As the colony grew and prospered, it became a symbol of the potential of the Krill-human alliance. It was a testament to the power of cooperation, diversity, and shared purpose. It was a beacon of hope in a galaxy often marred by conflict and misunderstanding, a testament to the possibility of a brighter future for all sentient beings. The Unity Colony wasn't without its challenges. The influx of diverse species led to occasional cultural misunderstandings and tensions. Disputes arose over resource allocation, land use, and even seemingly trivial matters like noise levels and culinary preferences. Alara, now a seasoned diplomat, found herself mediating these disputes, drawing on her deep understanding of both Krill and human cultures. She encouraged open dialogue and compromise, reminding both sides of the shared values and common goals that had brought them together. One particularly contentious issue was the question of genetic modification. The Krill, with their long history of genetic engineering, were eager to share their knowledge and technology with humans. However, many humans were wary of tampering with their genetic code, fearing unintended consequences and ethical dilemmas. Alara organized a series of public forums and debates, where Krill and human scientists, ethicists, and religious leaders could discuss the issue openly and respectfully. These discussions, while sometimes heated, ultimately led to a greater understanding of both perspectives and a set of guidelines for responsible genetic research and modification. Another challenge was the integration of different belief systems and spiritual practices. The Krill, with their reverence for the natural world and their belief in a cosmic consciousness, struggled to understand the diversity of human religions and philosophies. The humans, in turn, were fascinated by the Krill's spiritual traditions, but also wary of their potential influence. Alara facilitated interfaith dialogues and cultural exchange programs, encouraging Krill and humans to learn from each other's spiritual practices and find common ground. These efforts led to a greater appreciation for the diversity of belief systems and a growing sense of spiritual unity within the colony. Despite these challenges, the Unity Colony continued to thrive. Its diverse population, its vibrant cultural scene, and its cutting-edge research made it a magnet for the brightest minds and most ambitious entrepreneurs from across the galaxy. The colony also became a symbol of hope for a galaxy still struggling to overcome its divisions and prejudices. It was a testament to the power of unity, a living proof that different species could coexist peacefully and productively when they put aside their differences and worked together for a common goal. The success of the Unity Colony inspired a wave of similar collaborative projects across the galaxy. Krill and human scientists established research outposts on distant planets, studying alien ecosystems and searching for signs of life. Krill engineers and human architects worked together to design new cities on terraformed worlds, creating sustainable communities that blended the best aspects of both cultures. The Krill-Human Alliance also became a major force for peace and stability in the galaxy. Their joint military force, now a formidable presence, deterred aggression and intervened in conflicts, always striving to find diplomatic solutions that respected the sovereignty of all involved parties. The alliance also played a key role in promoting trade and economic cooperation. The Krill's advanced transportation technology and the humans' entrepreneurial spirit created a thriving interstellar economy. Trade routes crisscrossed the galaxy, bringing prosperity and cultural exchange to countless worlds. However, the Alliance's growing influence also attracted the attention of other galactic powers. Some, envious of the Krill and humanity's newfound power and prosperity, sought to undermine their alliance through espionage, sabotage, and even outright aggression. One such power was the Draken Empire, a militaristic regime that had long dominated a neighboring sector of the galaxy. The Draken, who prided themselves on their martial prowess and genetic purity, viewed the Krill-Human Alliance as a threat to their dominance. They launched a series of covert operations, aimed at sowing discord between the Krill and humanity. They spread propaganda, highlighting the cultural differences between the two species and exaggerating minor disagreements. They also sabotaged joint projects, disrupting trade routes, and even instigating minor skirmishes between Krill and human forces. The Krill and human governments, aware of the Draken's machinations, responded with a combination of diplomacy and deterrence. They strengthened their military alliance, deploying joint patrols and establishing defensive outposts along their borders. They also reached out to other galactic powers, forging alliances and coalitions to counter the Draken's influence. Alara, now a seasoned diplomat with extensive experience in dealing with the Draken, played a key role in these efforts. She traveled to the Draken capital, engaging in tense negotiations with their leaders. She warned them of the consequences of their aggression, emphasizing the strength of the Krill-Human Alliance and their determination to defend their shared interests. The Draken, sensing the resolve of their opponents, eventually backed down. They realized that a war with the Krill and humanity would be costly and ultimately futile. They reluctantly agreed to a non-aggression pact, recognizing the Krill-human alliance as a legitimate power in the galaxy. The Draken threat had been averted, but it served as a reminder that the Krill-human alliance was not immune to external threats. It also underscored the importance of maintaining a strong military presence and a united front in the face of potential aggression. The Unity colony's burgeoning success began to attract attention from beyond the Krill and human spheres. Other civilizations, initially skeptical of the alliance, started to take notice of the remarkable advancements and the aura of harmony emanating from the colony. Diplomats and envoys from across the galaxy began to arrive, eager to witness this unique experiment in interspecies cooperation. Among the visitors were representatives of the enigmatic Aelin, a species known for their wisdom and philosophical insights. The Aelin, with their ethereal forms and serene demeanor, were revered throughout the galaxy as keepers of ancient knowledge and guardians of cosmic balance. Their arrival at Unity was met with great fanfare and anticipation. Alauda, Dr. Lee, and Kayla personally welcomed the Aelin delegation, eager to learn from their wisdom and gain their perspective on the alliance. The Aelin, after spending several weeks observing the colony and interacting with its inhabitants, convened a meeting with the Krill and human leaders. They expressed their admiration for the progress that had been made, praising the Krill and humanity for their willingness to overcome their differences and work together for the greater good. Your alliance is a beacon of hope in a galaxy often marred by conflict and division, the lead Aelin envoy, a being of pure energy named Alora, stated in a melodious voice. You have shown that even the most different of species can find common ground and build a prosperous future together. However, the Aelin also offered a word of caution. Your success has not gone unnoticed, Alora continued. There are those who envy your achievements and fear your growing influence. Be vigilant, for there are forces in the galaxy that would seek to undermine your unity and exploit your differences. The Krill and human leaders took the Aelin's warning to heart. They knew that their alliance was not universally popular, and that there were those who sought to disrupt the delicate balance they had achieved. They resolved to strengthen their defenses and remain vigilant against any threats to their shared future. Despite the Aelin's warning, their visit had a profound impact on the Unity colony and the wider galactic community. It served as a validation of the Krill and humanity's efforts, a recognition that their alliance was a force for good in the universe. It also sparked a renewed sense of purpose and determination, as both species resolved to continue their journey of cooperation and build a brighter future for all. The Aelin's visit had a ripple effect throughout the galaxy, inspiring other civilizations to reconsider their own prejudices and embrace the idea of interspecies cooperation. A wave of diplomacy swept through the cosmos as ambassadors and envoys traveled between star systems, forging new alliances and trade agreements. The Krill-Human Alliance, once an anomaly, now became a model for others to emulate. The principles of the Accord of Unity, with its emphasis on mutual respect, cultural exchange, and shared responsibility, were adopted by a growing number of civilizations. The Draken Empire, once a staunch opponent of the Alliance, found itself increasingly isolated. Their aggressive expansionist policies and their disdain for other species made them pariahs in the galactic community. Their once mighty empire began to crumble as their allies abandoned them and their subjects grew restless under their oppressive rule. Meanwhile, the Krill and humanity continued to deepen their bond, exploring new avenues of cooperation and pushing the boundaries of knowledge. They established a joint space exploration program, sending probes and manned missions to distant galaxies in search of new worlds and new forms of life. One such mission, led by a Krill captain named Turin and a human astronaut named Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, discovered a planet teeming with life in a previously unexplored region of the galaxy. The planet, dubbed Eden by its discoverers, was a paradise of lush forests, crystal-clear rivers, and diverse ecosystems. The discovery of Eden sparked a wave of excitement and hope. It was a sign that life was not a rare phenomenon in the universe, but a common thread that connected all sentient beings. It also raised the possibility of finding other intelligent species, perhaps even descendants of the ancient civilization that had created the Krill and humanity. The Krill and human governments, recognizing the significance of the discovery, established a joint research station on Eden. Scientists from both species flocked to the planet, eager to study its unique ecosystem and learn more about the origins of life in the universe. The research station became a hub of scientific activity, with Krill and human scientists collaborating on a wide range of projects. They studied the planet's flora and fauna, analyzed its atmosphere and geological composition, and even began to experiment with terraforming techniques to make the planet habitable for both Krill and humans. The discovery of Eden and the establishment of the research station marked a new chapter in the Krill-human alliance. It was a symbol of their shared commitment to exploration, discovery, and the pursuit of knowledge. It was also a testament to their growing bond, their shared vision of a future where all species could live in harmony with each other and the universe. The discovery of Eden marked a turning point for the Krill-human alliance. It shifted their focus from internal development to outward exploration, igniting a renewed passion for discovering the unknown. The joint research station on Eden became a bustling hub of scientific activity, drawing experts from both species and beyond. Under the leadership of Drs. Shaw and Captain Turin, the research teams delved into Eden's mysteries. Biologists cataloged the planet's diverse flora and fauna, uncovering new species and complex ecological relationships. Geologists analyzed the planet's composition, discovering rare minerals and untapped resources. The Krill, with their advanced genetic engineering expertise, played a crucial role in studying Eden's unique life forms. They discovered that many of the planet's organisms possessed unique genetic adaptations, allowing them to thrive in the planet's diverse environments. These adaptations held the potential for groundbreaking medical breakthroughs and advancements in biotechnology. Human scientists, meanwhile, focused on understanding Eden's climate and weather patterns. They established a network of weather stations and satellites, collecting data that would help them predict and mitigate the planet's extreme weather events. This knowledge proved invaluable as they began the delicate process of terraforming, gradually adapting the planet's atmosphere and ecosystem to make it more suitable for both Krill and human habitation. The collaboration between the Krill and human scientists was not always smooth sailing. There were disagreements over research priorities, differing approaches to problem solving, and occasional cultural misunderstandings. But the shared goal of understanding and preserving Eden's unique ecosystem always prevailed, fostering a spirit of cooperation and mutual respect. As the research progressed, the scientists began to uncover tantalizing clues about Eden's past. They discovered ancient ruins buried beneath the planet's surface, remnants of a civilization that had once flourished there. These ruins, while not as advanced as the megastructures found in the Krill home system, nonetheless held valuable insights into the history and culture of a long-lost people. The discovery of the ruins fueled speculation about the possibility of finding other intelligent species in the galaxy, perhaps even descendants of the ancient civilization that had created the Krill and humanity. It also raised questions about the fate of the Edenites, the original inhabitants of the planet. Had they left behind any descendants, or had they simply vanished into the mists of time? The Krill and human scientists were determined to find answers. They launched new expeditions, exploring the planet's vast wilderness and delving deeper into the mysteries of its ancient ruins. The quest for knowledge was just beginning, and Eden, with its secrets and wonders, promised to be a source of endless fascination and discovery. The Eden Research Station, initially a modest outpost, quickly grew into a sprawling complex of laboratories, observatories, and living quarters. It became a microcosm of the Krill-human alliance, a place where scientists, engineers, and explorers from both species worked together to unlock the secrets of this new world. The station was divided into two main sections, one for the Krill and one for the humans, each designed to accommodate the specific physiological needs and cultural preferences of their respective inhabitants. However, the two sections were interconnected by a series of common areas, including a central plaza, a shared cafeteria, and a joint research library. These common areas became hubs of cultural exchange and intellectual discourse. Krill and human scientists gathered there to discuss their findings, debate theories, and brainstorm new ideas. They shared meals, stories, and even jokes, forging bonds of friendship and understanding that transcended species boundaries. One evening, as Alara was strolling through the central plaza, she overheard a conversation between a group of young Krill and human scientists. They were discussing the implications of their research, the potential for Eden to become a new home for both species. "Imagine," one of the humans said, "a world where Krill and humans live together in harmony, where our differences are celebrated and our strengths combined to create a brighter future." A young Krill scientist nodded in agreement. "It is a beautiful vision," she said, "but it will not be easy. We must overcome our prejudices, our fears, and our ingrained ways of thinking. We must learn to trust each other and work together for the common good." Alara smiled, her heart swelling with pride. These young scientists, representatives of a new generation, were the embodiment of the hope and promise of the Krill-Human Alliance. They had grown up in a world where cooperation and understanding were the norm, and they were determined to build a future where those values would flourish. Inspired by their conversation, Alara decided to organize a series of workshops and seminars focused on intercultural communication and conflict resolution. She invited experts from both species to share their insights and experiences, hoping to equip the colonists with the tools they needed to navigate the complexities of living and working together. The workshops were a resounding success. They fostered open dialogue, encouraged empathy, and provided practical strategies for resolving conflicts. The colonists learned to appreciate each other's differences, to celebrate their diversity, and to work together to build a thriving community on this new world. As the Unity Colony continued to grow and evolve, it became a shining example of what could be achieved when two different species put aside their differences and worked together for a common goal. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the adaptability of the Krill, and the power of unity to overcome even the most daunting challenges. The discovery of ununium on Eden not only revolutionized technology, but also ignited a philosophical and spiritual awakening among both Krill and humans. The existence of this unique element, with its seemingly limitless potential, raised profound questions about the nature of the universe and humanity's place within it. Krill philosophers, long steeped in the belief of a harmonious universe governed by natural laws, pondered the implications of ununium's seemingly limitless energy. They debated whether it was a gift from the cosmos, a test of their wisdom, or simply a natural phenomenon waiting to be harnessed. Some Krill theologians saw ununium as a manifestation of the divine, a tangible expression of the cosmic consciousness they had long revered. They believed that the discovery of ununium was a sign that the Krill and humanity were destined for greatness, that they were chosen to play a pivotal role in the evolution of the universe. Human philosophers, with their diverse perspectives and traditions, grappled with the ethical implications of ununium's power. They questioned whether humanity was ready for such a transformative technology, and whether it would be used for good or for ill. Some argued that ununium could usher in a new era of peace and prosperity, providing clean energy, advanced medical treatments, and the means to explore the stars. Others warned that it could become a weapon of mass destruction, fueling conflict and exacerbating existing inequalities. The debates raged on, but one thing was clear. Ununium had forced both Krill and humanity to confront their own beliefs and values. It had challenged them to think deeply about their place in the universe, their responsibility to each other, and their role in shaping the future. The spiritual leaders of both species also weighed in on the debate. Krill shamans and human religious figures organized interfaith dialogues, seeking to find common ground and explore the spiritual significance of ununium. These dialogues, while sometimes contentious, ultimately led to a greater understanding and appreciation of each other's beliefs. They also revealed a shared sense of awe and wonder at the mysteries of the universe, a recognition that there were forces at play that transcended their understanding. The discovery of ununium had not only revolutionized technology, but had also sparked a spiritual awakening, a re-evaluation of long-held beliefs, and a renewed sense of purpose. It had reminded both the Krill and humanity that they were part of something much larger than themselves, a cosmic tapestry woven with threads of mystery, wonder, and infinite possibility. As the Krill-Human alliance matured, a new generation of leaders emerged, one raised in a world where interspecies cooperation was not just a necessity but a way of life. These young leaders, both Krill and human, were imbued with a sense of shared responsibility and a deep commitment to the principles of the Accord of Unity. Among them was Anya, a young Krill woman who had grown up on Unity. She had been raised in a multicultural environment, exposed to the best of both Krill and human cultures. She was fluent in both languages, had studied both Krill and human history and philosophy, and had even participated in several joint scientific expeditions. Anya's passion for knowledge and her natural leadership abilities quickly caught the attention of the Krill High Command. She was selected for a prestigious leadership training program, where she honed her diplomatic skills and learned the intricacies of interstellar politics. After completing her training, Anya was appointed as a representative to the Council of Unity, where she quickly made a name for herself as a skilled negotiator and a passionate advocate for cooperation. She worked tirelessly to resolve disputes, build consensus, and promote the shared interests of both Krill and humanity. Anya's counterpart on the human side was a young diplomat named David Chen. Chen, like Anya, had grown up in a world where interspecies cooperation was the norm. He had studied Krill language and culture extensively, and had even spent a year living on Krill as an exchange student. Chen was a rising star in the human diplomatic corps, known for his sharp intellect, his ability to build rapport with people from different backgrounds, and his unwavering commitment to the principles of the Accord of Unity. He and Anya quickly formed a close working relationship, their complementary skills and shared vision making them a formidable team. Together, they tackled some of the most pressing challenges facing the Alliance, from resource scarcity to environmental degradation to the threat of rogue factions that sought to undermine the peace. They worked tirelessly to find solutions that benefited both species, always keeping in mind the long-term goal of building a brighter future for all. Anya and Chen's leadership, combined with the dedication and hard work of countless others, ensured that the Krill-Human alliance continued to thrive. It became a beacon of hope in a galaxy often marred by conflict and division, a shining example of what could be achieved when different species put aside their differences and worked together for a common good. As the alliance flourished, the Krill and humanity began to explore deeper questions about their shared origins. The discovery of the ancient megastructures and the cryptic messages left behind by their creators had sparked a thirst for knowledge that transcended the boundaries of science and technology. Ilara, now an elder stateswoman revered for her wisdom and diplomatic skills, led a new initiative to delve into the philosophical and spiritual implications of their shared ancestry. She established a think tank, drawing together the brightest minds from both species: philosophers, theologians, historians, and scientists to explore the deeper meaning of their existence. The think tank, dubbed the Institute of Origins, became a hub of intellectual discourse and spiritual inquiry. Krill and human scholars debated the nature of consciousness, the origins of the universe, and the purpose of life itself. They studied ancient texts, analyzed archaeological evidence, and even experimented with meditation and other spiritual practices to gain insights into the nature of reality. One of the most intriguing questions they explored was the nature of the cosmic consciousness that the Krill had long revered. Was it a real entity, a guiding force that had shaped the evolution of the universe? Or was it merely a figment of their imagination, a psychological construct that gave their lives meaning? To answer this question, a team of Krill and human scientists embarked on a daring experiment. They used a combination of Krill neurotechnology and human brain-computer interfaces to create a shared consciousness network, linking the minds of dozens of volunteers from both species. The experiment was a success, albeit a limited one. The participants reported experiencing a profound sense of interconnectedness, a feeling of oneness with each other and with the universe. They also reported experiencing a heightened sense of awareness, a deeper understanding of the mysteries of existence. The experiment, while not conclusive, provided tantalizing evidence that the Krill's concept of a cosmic consciousness might not be entirely unfounded. It also raised new questions about the nature of consciousness, the potential for interspecies communication, and the possibility of a shared galactic consciousness. The Institute of Origins, with its focus on philosophical and spiritual inquiry, became a beacon of hope for a galaxy that was often consumed by materialism and technological advancement. It reminded both the Krill and humanity that there was more to life than just scientific discovery and economic progress. It was a testament to the power of the human spirit, the Krill's thirst for knowledge, and the shared desire to understand their place in the grand tapestry of the cosmos. Decades turned into centuries. The Krill-Human Alliance, once a daring experiment, solidified into a cornerstone of galactic civilization. The Unity Colony, now a sprawling metropolis, became a model for interspecies cooperation and cultural exchange. Its universities attracted the brightest minds from across the cosmos, its research labs produced groundbreaking discoveries, and its cultural centers showcased the rich diversity of the galaxy. The Krill and humanity, once so different, had learned to live and work together in harmony. Their cultures had intertwined, enriching each other and creating something new and unique. Krill children learned human languages and customs, while human children grew up fascinated by Krill philosophy and technology. The genetic differences between the two species, once a source of prejudice and misunderstanding, were now celebrated as a source of strength and diversity. Krill and human couples intermingled, their offspring inheriting the best qualities of both species. These hybrids, known as Krimmans, became symbols of the alliance's success, living proof that unity could transcend even the most fundamental biological barriers. The Krill-Human Alliance had become a beacon of hope in a galaxy that had once been plagued by conflict and division. Their example inspired other species to put aside their differences and work together for the common good. Wars became less frequent, trade routes flourished, and a new era of peace and prosperity dawned. But even as the Alliance prospered, they never forgot the lessons of their past. The fate of their creators, the ancient civilization that had succumbed to its own hubris, served as a constant reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the importance of humility. The Krill and humanity, guided by the wisdom of their ancestors and the experiences of their shared journey, vowed to never repeat the mistakes of the past. They embraced a philosophy of sustainable development, responsible innovation, and respect for the delicate balance of the universe. They also continued to explore the mysteries of the cosmos, seeking answers to the fundamental questions of existence. The Institute of Origins, now a renowned center for philosophical and spiritual inquiry, continued to delve into the nature of consciousness, the origins of the universe, and the purpose of life itself. The Krill and humanity had come a long way since their first encounter. They had overcome prejudice, fear, and the weight of history to forge a bond that transcended species boundaries. Their alliance was a testament to the power of cooperation, the resilience of the human spirit, and the Krill's unwavering thirst for knowledge. Their story was one of hope, of unity, and of the boundless potential that could be unleashed when different species worked together for a common goal. It was a story that would be told and retold for generations to come, a testament to the enduring legacy of the Krill-Human Alliance. Centuries later, the Krill-Human Alliance stood as a beacon of unity and progress in a galaxy that had seen its fair share of strife and conflict. The legacy of their shared ancestry, once a source of existential crisis for the Krill, had transformed into a wellspring of inspiration and innovation. The once barren Krill homeworld now teemed with life, its landscapes transformed by terraforming efforts and the careful application of ununion-powered technology. Cities rose from the deserts, their architecture a harmonious blend of Krill organic forms and human ingenuity. The descendants of Elara and Dr. Carteri, a lineage of Krimmans who embodied the best of both species, led the Alliance into a new era of exploration and discovery. They ventured beyond the known galaxy, establishing colonies on distant worlds and making contact with new and diverse civilizations. One such Krimman, a brilliant astrophysicist named Lyra, led a groundbreaking expedition to a neighboring galaxy. There, she discovered a thriving civilization of energy beings, who shared a startlingly similar genetic code with the Krill. Lyra's discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community. It suggested that the ancient creators of the Krill had not been limited to a single galaxy, but had spread their seeds across the cosmos. It also raised the tantalizing possibility that the Krill and humanity were not alone in their quest for knowledge and understanding, that they were part of a vast network of interconnected civilizations. The Krill-Human Alliance, once a beacon of hope in a lonely galaxy, now found itself at the center of a burgeoning intergalactic community. They shared their knowledge and technology with other civilizations, helping them to overcome their own challenges and achieve a brighter future. But even as they expanded their reach and influence, the Krill and humanity never forgot the lessons of their past. They remained vigilant against the dangers of hubris and unchecked ambition, always striving to use their power for good. The story of the Krill and humanity was not just a tale of two species who had overcome their differences. It was a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, the Krill's unquenchable thirst for knowledge, and the boundless potential that could be unleashed when different beings worked together for a common goal. It was a story that would continue to inspire and uplift for generations to come, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the spirit of unity and cooperation could triumph.